Good afternoon and welcome to another Money Making Mom Scope. This afternoon we're going to be talking about one of my very favorite topics, and that is growing your email list. I have discovered that email is one of the most effective ways to market a product, market your business, market your brand, market yourself, sell stuff, make money. Yes, that's my book, Money Making Mom. And so we're going to be talking about some brilliant ideas. And these are, a lot of these, or most of these, were inspired by the wonderful women from Brilliant Business Moms. And I have some fun resources that I'm going to share with you as well. So yay, I am so glad to have you all here. It looks like I'm a glowing woman today. I think I need to fix my lighting just a little bit so I don't look like I am angelic. I think that's better. Okay, thank you so much for saying that about my survival mode. Yeah, stop. I just don't want to be distracting from people that they like can't see me because all they see is this like bright, shining something or other going on here. So, okay, I think I'm not glowing as much anymore. Anyway, alrighty, so we're going to talk about email lists. For those of you who are new and you are wondering who this woman is, my name is Crystal Payne and I'm the founder of MoneySavingMom.com. I have been blogging for 11 years and been making full-time income online for about almost 9 of those years, and have had the privilege of getting to help a lot of other entrepreneurs also make a part-time or full-time income online. And I am the author of the book, Money Making Mom, which is endorsed by Dave Ramsey. And I have a really exciting thing to tell you all, and that is I'm going to be speaking at Dave Ramsey is putting on this women's business boutique, and there is going to be one in Phoenix and one in Fort Worth, and I'm going to be speaking at both of them, and I'm super stoked about that. So I will have more details soon. They're supposed to announce it to the public tomorrow. So Christy Wright is the person who is kind of heading up his division for encouraging moms with business, and so tomorrow they're going to be announcing it, but you get to hear it first here, I guess. So anyway, I'm super pumped. I've said no to almost everything, but when they asked me to come for that, I'm like, totally can do. I'm there. It's like my people, because I love to help women with business, and I just love their heart for what they're doing and what Christy is doing with this. So anyway, that was a total aside. But okay, so we're going to talk about growing your email list. And this was inspired by the wonderful women who run the Brilliant Business Moms podcast. They have the website, Brilliant Business Moms. And I have learned so much from them, and I've been so inspired by them. Yes, Stacy and Aaron, you guys have to come. That would be so cool. Oh my goodness. They would be like girls weekend. That would be so cool. Okay, anyway, so they have this amazing resource that they put together that is called 20 Brilliant Opt-in Offers to encourage you with ways that you can build your email list. And it's free, and it's free on their website, but I wanted to go through some of my favorites today and add some of my own commentary and thoughts, but then also direct you to be able to download this on your own, because you want to be able to get this resource in your hands because it's so fantastically done. So if you go to my scope page, moneysavingmom.com/scope, there's a link there for this free resource. There's also a link there for an ebook by Nick Stevenson, who has written this really short and very incredibly helpful book on how to grow your email list. And he actually has a course that's launching next week on how to get your first 10,000 readers. And I read his book, his ebook, and it blew my mind. I had never thought of, he talks about how to use Amazon to build your email list in this really incredibly impressive and creative and outside the box way. So go to moneysavingmom.com/scope and you can get not only the 20 brilliant business mom, 20 brilliant opt-in offers to build your email list, but also the ebook by Nick Stevenson. So But let's talk about this. Okay, so this ebook, I'm just gonna kind of go through this because they have really pretty pictures. If you've seen anything that Brilliant Business Moms that they've done, everything is just so pretty. Nope, we won't be showing you that. Okay, so the other thing that I love about this is I will show you. Okay, here's Beth Ann and Sarah. Are they not adorable? Yes. If you haven't checked how long is my blocked users list, it's ridiculous. If you haven't checked out their site and their podcast, I highly recommend it. Yeah, we've graduated up. They just get more and more creative. Okay, so I'm going to skip over some of it, but I'm going to share with you some of my favorites. And one is to have to offer a checklist for free. People love checklists. And I think the reason that they love checklists is because they want to know, am I doing it right? Am I doing everything that I should be doing? So if you give them a checklist that says you need to do, 10 things that you should do every night before you go to bed, they're going to say, uh-oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing those 10 things? And they want to download the checklist. So here is, well, let me show you. So here's an example. You can see it says free 1-month blog post checklist. And this is from Jillian Adriana, I think. JillianAdriana.com. I should probably have checked to see if I can pronounce some of these things ahead of time. But so you can offer a checklist for free. This would be super easy to do because it's like a 1-page kind of thing that you could put together. And think about, again, we've talked about who do you want to attract to your email list. So do you want to attract people who are interested in making money? Do you want to attract people who are interested in mothering? Do you want to attract people who are interested in some niche subject? Whatever it is, who do you want to attract on your email list? And come up with a checklist that would work and attract those people. So, and make it one of those things that they are so intrigued that they're like, I have to see what that is. Not the bobs. Oh my goodness, people. Okay. Another idea is to do an email course. And I have done this, and they actually use my example in their book. This is from, if you go to MoneyMakingMomBook.com, MoneyMakingMomBook.com, you can sign up for my free 5-day course on how I make a full-time income from home. That course has built our Money Making Mom email list to be about 35,000 people. I started it in October, and we've just been blown away with the response to that list. But we specifically wanted to build a targeted list of people who would be interested in making money, and specifically moms who would be interested in making money. And so I did this email course that's free. It's a video course. Every day you get a video. Every day you get an email with resources. And it's encouraging people to buy, where's my book? At the end, we have a pretty strong pitch for buying Money Making Mom, my book. Why moms? Because I'm a mom. And I want to speak to, you can't speak to everybody, but I've had the experience of being a mom and having a business. And so that's who I speak to. So this course, we did it because I wanted to attract a certain kind of person to build that list, because I wanted to target a certain kind of people. So that an email course, this is a little bit more in depth. It takes a little bit more work, but it's an option if you want to attract really kind of high value people on your list as well. People who are going to want to go through a course are people who are going to probably stick around and really want to engage with you. Checklist people, they might be the kind of people that they might not necessarily pay as much attention to your emails. Not necessarily, but I'm just saying, if you think about who's going to be attracted by a checklist and who's going to be attracted by a 5-day course. So think about who it is that you want to market to, and think about that when you are designing how to get them on your email list. Another option is to do a challenge, similar to a course, but it's a different angle. And so here's an example of the Fired Up and Focused Challenge that you can get when you sign up for I'm not even sure who this is. Let's see. Rachel Cook. Rachel Cook. And so people love challenges. They love to be inspired. So think, could you do a 7-day challenge? Foot show, please. Really? I'm sorry. Trolls are just cracking me up today. Foot show, please. Yeah, I can show you my feet. You want to see my feet? Yeah, I'll show you. Okay, so a challenge is going to attract the kind of people that they want to engage. They want to actually do the work. And so I think a challenge is great if you want to have a list of people who are really intentional and really want to change their life. That's going to attract that kind of people, those kind of people. Here's another example. It says, join me in the home decorating challenge. I have on my, I know, weird comments today. I have on my sidebar of MoneySavingMom.com. If you scroll down, it's kind of hidden, but there's a free 7-day say goodbye to survival mode challenge that we did whenever I launched my Say Goodbye to Survival Mode book. And this was really, I don't want feet people. No, not really trying to attract the feet people. So I launched that before I launched Say Goodbye to Survival Mode. And really what I wanted to attract was people who, they wanted to change their life. They wanted to live with intention. They wanted to be purposeful and they wanted to set goals. And so if they want to say goodbye to survival mode and they join that challenge, they're probably going to be interested in buying my book as well. And so that was why I did a challenge. How do you send out mass emails and have it not end up in the spam box? It really depends upon your title of your email can affect whether it hits the spam box or not. It's also how many people click it as spam. So you want to make sure that you're providing valuable content that people aren't going to click and say that it's spam. The other thing is your email service provider. If you have a good one, they will also be able to help make sure that you stay out of spam. So you're going to end up in some people's spam. It's just inevitable, but you can try to make sure, like, if you have free in your title, a lot of times, I know, Stacy, we get spam clicks. They're just going to be the people that they're just, I don't know, having a grumpy day or something. You just want to be like, really? Really? Apparently we have someone who likes flowers today. Okay. Let's see. Next one is you could do a workbook or worksheet. And they have an example here. Create and launch your first lead magnet with my free worksheets. And in some of these cases, you think you might have already put something together like this, or you might have a series on your blog that you've already put together that you can just repackage. You can repurpose it and then offer it for free when people sign up for your email list. A private community. Now this is kind of an interesting idea. So you could set up a private community. Here's an example so that when people sign up for your email list, they get access to this private community. This one says, enter your email address to get access to the best Facebook biz support group, the Freedom Hackers Mastermind. Now, I'm going to say something, and that is I kind of am not a big fan of private communities. The reason I'm not a big fan of private communities is because especially on Facebook, they can get out of hand, they can get hard to manage, they can become kind of a time suck because you're having to babysit people. Yeah, it's so much work. So I kind of shy away from private communities, especially one where they can get in for free, because I feel like that they can just become very hard to manage and take a lot of your time. And people on Facebook, sometimes they need to take a chill pill. Yeah, they just need to like simmer down and take a chill pill. And I don't know what it is about Facebook, but Facebook seems to bring out the bad day people. The people who they're just having a hard day. And Instagram, it doesn't seem like it's like that. Any of my other Social media is not like that, but Facebook, I don't know what it is, but it's like that. So if you have a private community on Facebook, yeah, they're drinking decaf. That's what it is. Stacy, by the way, my husband this morning told me some of the other things that he was going to say to you, and he was using discretion, and he was kind, and he was gracious. But we do have an issue with the decaf coffee thing. Anyway, but I'm going to go to IKEA, so then you have to drink regular coffee. Okay, anyway. So I think you really need to think carefully before you would do something like a private community, but I'll tell him that you say bring it. But at the same time, oh, you're here. I didn't even see that, Brilliant Business Moms. There they are. Go follow them. I am talking all about you guys because I think this resource is so amazing. So anyway, I think, it really depends upon whether you want to have to manage that, whether you're willing to, you need to set rules right from the get-go. You need to have policies and guidelines, and you need to be willing to kick people out if they're not following those, because and nobody got time for that. So just, yeah. Okay, here's another idea: to give them access to a resource library. So this is one from Abby, who blogs at Just a Girl and her blog. She's got a lot of great stuff on her blog. And this is where, if you sign up, you can get instant access to my library of organizational printables. So if you're someone who creates printables and you've already been giving them away on your blog for free, then maybe you could just put them all together in one document and offer it as a resource library. A resource library sounds a lot more exciting, maybe, than just saying, get my one free printable. You get access to a whole resource library. So think about, what kind of people do you want to attract again? And would a resource library be something that would attract them more than one printable would? The other thing that you could consider is changing out. So instead of saying resource library, that maybe every month you do a new free printable. This is for people who like to do printables, not people like me who have no design skills. And so that every month you're changing it out, because then you can do a blog post about it, you can change it on the sidebar, you can promote it on social media, you can promote it on Facebook, and it's this fresh new offer every month or every other month to encourage people to sign up for your email list. And then you go ahead and send it out to everybody who's also on your list. But it's a great way to just keep being able to talk about your email list without you just saying the same things. Yes, hire someone to make your printables, but if you're like when I was first starting and I couldn't afford to hire somebody, then you just got to do what you got to do with what you have. So, but if you can afford to hire someone, and a lot of times the prices are really inexpensive, and yes, Fiverr, that is a great, there's people out there who are willing to do it for very inexpensively and have great design skills. They're just trying to build up their portfolio. Then they talk about, oh, this is a good one, quizzes. A quiz is a really fun way to get people to want to sign up for your list and to engage in your list. So I'm going to see, they have, says, here are some examples. Which literary character are you? What's your parenting style? What's your clothing style? What's your love language? What exercise routine will work best for you? And they recommend using the site poll-maker.com/quizmaker. And you can use that and you can create a quiz and then get people to sign up for your email list when they take the quiz. And again, you can download this whole ebook resource if you go to MoneySavingMom.com/scope. I have the link there. So be sure to download this, and be sure to download the free ebook from Nick Stevenson. Both of them are just amazing resources that are free and so worth your time, just even if you're going to breeze through them to get some ideas. A report, okay? So like here's an example, social media marketing report. Now, this is probably not going to be for, if your target market is a mom market, they're going to be like, report? Really? No, thank you. Like, I'm not looking for, that word is going to say work. Or at least maybe it's just me. I have to deal with enough reports, it feels like. But for someone, for the business world, people might, like, free report. Like, I don't know, it's funny how different people, the same word can be really boring to some group of people and really exciting to other groups of people. So think about the words that you use. It's just like whether you say e-course or ebook, report or ebook, whether it's just like when you say online webinar or live coaching, words matter. So think about who you're trying to market to and make sure that the wording that you use to market to them is going to be in a way that's going to attract them, not detract them. And using Google AdWords helps pick up the right words. A toolbox. Here, this is just another thing where listen to the wording. Toolbox could be the same thing as an online course, as a resource center, but it's going to hit a different market. So here's an example. Over $500 worth of free resources when you sign up here. And this is, and it says, hey designers, sign up to access our private designer toolbox containing over $500 worth of premium resources, as well as updates directly from us when new deals are available. So do you hear some words in here that are really these hooky words? It says, sign up to access our private designer toolbox. Private kind of says, ooh, it's like special. Private, containing over $500 worth. So when you put a dollar sign on things, it makes it more valuable. Premium resources. Again, that makes it sound more exciting than just says resources. In school with my kids, we homeschool, and we're working on creative writing. And we've been talking about how adjectives and adverbs change the storyline. And without those, it's just blah. But you can make it very different just by adding really good adjectives and adverbs. And so think about that. Those words that you use to describe your products can either make or break whether someone will type in their email address and click submit. Okay, here's another one. Free live training. Here's an example here. I can't read it backwards. It says, how visuals can take your sales from blah to booming. And so if people sign up for your email list, they will get access to this free live training. Now remember, you could call this a free live workshop. You could call this a webinar. You could call this a free live coaching. What will resonate with your audience? Try some different things. Do a poll and ask people, would you be more interested in free live training, free online coaching? Like, just ask them and see what resonates. The best way to figure it out if it works is either to try it or to ask. But make sure that you put intention into what you call things, because the value is based upon that. Okay, so look, here's another example. This is video training, okay? Same thing, really, as live training. Only this one is probably pre-recorded. But the live training, a lot of people that do the live webinars, they're not live. They are pre-recorded and they just run them like they're live. I don't think you should, personally, I'm not ragging on anyone else, I don't think you should call something live if it's actually not live. But I think that you don't necessarily need to say, you can say, it will be, the video will be live at such and such. Like, you can tell people that it will be shown at a certain time, or you can say that you're going to be able to watch it at a certain time, and you're not lying and saying that it's live when it's not. I'm a big fan of making sure that your words are true, but at the same time, you can say it in a way that it's true, but it still makes people excited because the video is not going to be shown at another time. So let's see, sample products. Okay, so here is Donnie Lawson did this for the Paperless Home, and that is her book. And here is, you can sign up for a free sample section of the Paperless Home. Now, let you in on a little insider publishing secret. Free chapters usually don't sell books. They don't. Unless it's a fiction book, or unless those chapters are super, super, super hooky. but for most of the time, free chapters don't sell books. So that's just something to think about. I think it's better to give someone if you're trying to sell a book, give them something else for free versus a free chapter. Now, I do offer free chapters of my books on my site because some people ask for them, and I'm happy to offer them. My publisher offers them, but I would not use that as your marketing plan, because a lot of times it's not going to be hooky enough for people to get excited to buy the book. For some reason, there's been a lot of marketing that's been done, at least according to the last I heard from my publisher. They said free chapters don't sell books unless it's a fiction book. A workbook to go with it, right, or a checklist to go with it, or audio or video or something to go along with it, but not necessarily free chapters. But you can give away sample products. So think about, like, if you do, what is your product? What do you do? Could you give them a sample? In a little way, when I did my free 5-day course that is on MoneyMakingMomBook.com, what I wanted to accomplish with that was really to kind of give them a sample of who I am. I wanted people to get to know me and get to know my story and get a taste for who I am before I was going to ask them and encourage them to buy my book. I feel like I want to build a relationship before I ask them to take action that's going to require them to take out their pocketbook. I don't want to just say, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. I'm going to give them a sample by saying, here's a taste of who I am and how I write and what my story is. Here you go. And here's some of what I have to offer. And if you're interested, then you can find more in my book. So that's just another kind of take on sample products. Oh, and here's a good one. Cheat sheets. People love cheat sheets. And just as a tip, when you're thinking of what your opt-in is going to be to build your email list, think about what is something that someone's going to want right now. Not something that they'll think, oh, I should probably sometime think about that. What do they need right now? What are they staying up late at night thinking, I'm stressing over this. I want to make more money. I want to lose weight. I want to get more organized. Like, what are those pressing needs? And then make your opt-in something that's going to meet one of those pressing needs. So this one is a cheat sheet. Get your kids from no to yes in 3 simple steps. If that's not compelling, I don't know what is. Seriously. And so here's another thing to think about. So that, not something you pin to read later. That's not what you want. Pins don't matter if there's no click-throughs. I do not use MailChimp. We just switched back to FeedBlitz for our daily email newsletter, and we use Infusionsoft for all of our weekly email newsletters. I did a bunch of research. I'm not sure. I mean, there's a lot of great ones out there. So far, I think I'm really happy with both of those. Infusionsoft is pretty expensive, though, to invest in, so I think definitely start with something like MailChimp before you would jump to something like an Infusionsoft. Okay, so this cheat sheet, if you think about it, get your kids from no to yes in 3 simple steps. It's so simple. And so moms, Mad Mimi is another one. Moms who are really pulling their hair out and feeling so overwhelmed, they don't need a resource library. They're going to be like, no, I can't deal with a whole resource library. They need a cheat sheet. They need the 3 simple steps. And so think about who you're trying to target. What are their needs? They're not going to have, if someone is pulling their hair out, overwhelmed with their kids, and they just hardly have any time, they don't have any energy, they are going to be attracted to a cheat sheet that's going to say in 3 simple steps. So again, those words matter. 3 simple steps. That is the value versus having a resource library, which would feel overwhelming to them. I'm going to skip ahead. Okay, another example is an ebook, and this is one that a lot of people do. Here's an example from Erin from The Humbled Homemaker. Here is her free ebook, and she changes her ebooks out, but if you go to thehumbledhomemaker.com, she has, I don't know which ebook she has for free right now. I should have paid more attention to that. But she, this one was on here, is Your Retreat, a guide to giving yourself a personal planning day, and includes 35 free printables. So an ebook, which one do you have, Erin, right now? Tell us, put it up in the comments. Yeah, go Erin. I love Erin. But anyway, that is a great way to get people to sign up for your email list, because there's a lot of value in a free ebook. And I think Erin changes hers out. Erin, correct me if I'm wrong. And I think you sell the ones that you give away for free when they're not for free. Okay, she's offering the retreat one. Is that correct, Erin? You can tell us. I know that a lot of people do that, and that's a great thing. You made a lead page, and it's getting 1,200 to 1,500 leads a week right now. That's super cool. And you want to tell us how you are promoting it, and are you, did you change so that you used to have a form and then you switched to a lead page? That's what I'm assuming. You need to do a scope on that. The manifesto. So this is kind of an interesting one, but for certain kinds of audiences, a manifesto, if you can see this on here, would be kind of cool. We actually did a manifesto with Money Making Mom, because I wanted, a lot of people are like, Money Making Mom? Money Making Mom? Like, I don't think moms should make money, or isn't that contradictory? And so I did a manifesto because I wanted people to know what my heart is. And so at the back of the book, there's the Money Making Mom manifesto. And that, when I wrote that before, that when I was in the writing of the book, because I want to say this is what it's all about. And we have where you can go to MoneySavingMom.com/manifesto, and we have 3 different versions of it that you can download. I don't promote this much, but it's just in the book as kind of a fun extra freebie. But you can, there's 3 different versions that you can download. And so if someone wants to actually put it up on their wall as a reminder, that's why we did it. So, yeah, it was stuck at the back of the book. Let's see, giveaways. Okay, so Beth Ann and Sarah did this giveaway recently that was crazy cool, and they got 5,000 new subscribers in 1 week. 5,000 new subscribers in 1 week. If you go to their site, brilliantbusinessmoms.com, someone can put the link up there, but they have a post that is super comprehensive. I put it in the Money Making Mom email newsletter last night because it was so good about how they did this. But basically the gist of it was that they gave away a bunch of planners. These amazing planners, a lot of them that are really well known, and they gave away all of those planners to one person, if I'm getting that correct, which I thought was the coolest idea, because that was super exciting, like super exciting to think, oh my goodness, for people who love planners, I could win all these planners, and then all my friends would think I'm the coolest person ever because I can pick which planner I want, and then I get to give the rest away. So it was super exciting for people who love planners. And guess what? Guess what kind of people they were trying to target? People who love planners, because they have the Brilliant Business Planner. I think that's what it's called. I can't see. Really, is it called the Brilliant Business Planner? They have that planner, this beautiful planner, and they want to build a list of people who are interested in planners that they can promote their planner to. Okay, so by doing this huge, exciting giveaway and getting 5,000 new people, they were getting 5,000 new people who are planner people. How brilliant is that? And yes, they did have to invest in buying those different planners, but it was worth it, because most companies will spend $1 to $5 to even $10 per email sign up. So you think, they got 5,000 new subscribers to their list just by paying to give away, I think it was 9, or was it 7? 7 planners. I think it was 7 planners. And so you think about that, and you think about that was brilliant. Why are they called the Brilliant Business Moms? Because they're brilliant. And so think about, for your list, what kind of people do you want to target? What kind of people do you want to bring onto your list to sell your product to, or to promote your blog or brand or whatever to? what are they interested in? What kinds of people do you want to attract? So if you have a product, let's say that you sell, I'm trying to think, artwork or something. That's not a very good idea. I'm trying to think of what, okay, let's say you sell coffee. So you could just do your coffee beans, but if you do what they did, where they did a bunch of planners that were name brand planners that everybody knows, that people would be super excited if you like planners. And you could think, well, but isn't that causing, sorry, all of my notifications just came on really quickly. Isn't that causing people to say, well, I'll go do that name brand planner? No, people got excited about planners because there were name brand planners on there. And then they were able to introduce their planner to those people too. So with coffee beans, you could not only do your coffee beans that people have never heard of, but then also do other coffee beans that you give away that are really well-known brands that people get super excited about. And then you're attracting people who love good coffee, and they're finding out about your new brand of coffee, and then they're on your list, and you know they love coffee. So then you can promote your coffee to them. So do you see, this is, brilliant, just brilliant. And so go to brilliantbusinessmoms.com and see their post. Last I checked, I think it was like the third or fourth post on there. I didn't put it on my scope page. I should have. But read the post. They have all the details. They give away all their information on how they set it up, why they did what they did, how it worked. It's crazy, amazing, and helpful. And so go there and check it out, because I was just like, oh my goodness, that is so smart. If you sell product, this is so smart. Okay, moving on. Okay, and so then here is one where it says lead magnet sharing. Lead magnet sharing. And it says if you've created an epic opt-in, then why not share it with others? Kate from Simple Pen Media did this with her Pinterest planner, and I thought this was brilliant. So Kate has this media company that's called Simple Pen Media, and she does Pinterest marketing for people. So she wants to attract people who are trying to do Pinterest marketing better. So what did she do for her opt-in? She created a Pinterest planner. Who's going to download a Pinterest planner? People who are interested in dog walking? No! People who have an online business who are interested in doing better at Pinterest. So guess what? All those people who downloaded her planner, they are her target market. And so then she can go and market to those people her services, because she knows that these people, they want to do better with Pinterest, and probably a lot of them, they just don't have time. They don't have time. And so she can not only give them this amazing resource, but then she gets to then down the line keep marketing her services to them. When I saw this, I was like, that is so brilliant. And I love watching what other people are doing and thinking of the strategy behind why they have that opt-in, and then how it's going to allow them to really be able to grow their business from it. So think about, who are your products for? Who is your brand for? Who is your target market? And then how can you create some kind of resource that's going to attract those people and those people only? So this is all from Beth Ann and Sarah from Brilliant Business Moms, and they have this amazing download that you have to go download, and guess what? Yes, I'm pretty sure you get on their email list when you download it, but you should be on their email list. And so go to MoneySavingMom.com/scope, and that's where you can download it. There's also an ebook there from Nick Stevenson, which he has this really cool way of building your email list through Amazon that I've never thought about before. And as soon as I read about it, I was like, I'm sold. And Keely is working on the ebook that we're going to use to implement this idea, and I can't wait to see how it goes. So go to MoneySavingMom.com/scope. Somebody can put it in the comments there. So anyway, let's see, will this work for me? I sell women's clothing through a trunk show. I think it can work for anybody. So think about who is your market and what would they be interested in? And then how can you provide a resource that's going to attract more people who are interested in what you have to sell? Keely used to babysit your cousin. Oh my goodness, it's a small world. Yeah, Keely and Austin are incredible, and I want to meet them. And we did this makeover year coaching. My husband and I, we just finished it up, and they were on it. And my team said, who are these Keely and Austin people? Can we please fly them here? Because we all want to meet them. So they're just amazing people. But anyway, Erin, if you do, I'm going to be very jealous if you guys are going to do a weekend soon. Yeah, I'm going to be very jealous. Okay, does anyone have any questions about anything? I think I've gone kind of long, but this is fun. So if you have any questions related to anything regarding building an email list, I can try. She lives in North Carolina. So fun. I can try to answer them. And also, if you haven't done so already, be sure to go to MoneyMakingMomBook.com to sign up for my free 5-day course. Software to make a freemium. It would depend upon what your freemium is going to be. I think when I first started, I literally, way back in the day when I first started my very first blog, it was in 2007. No, 2005. Started my first blog in 2005. And I created my ebooks in Word. It was actually, I'm trying to think, it would be Microsoft Publisher then, I think. And I converted them to, no, I think I did in Word. And then I converted them with a free PDF program. And that's what I did. They were not pretty because I don't have any graphic design skills, but start with what you have and start where you are. Maybe there's someone who you know in your community who has graphic design skills who could help you out. Maybe you could barter with them. Maybe you could babysit their kids or bake them cookies or find some way to barter with them so that they can help you get that first one done. And then once you got that first one done and you've built up a little bit of, you're starting to see some income, then you could hire a designer to help you with stuff. I'm a big fan of hiring out if you are able to. You can save as a PDF straight from Word. No additional software needed. Yeah, well, it was back in the day when that wasn't an option, I'm pretty sure. We actually had to download the program and convert and yeah, all that. It's so nice that they have so many easier options now and that Pages it's so nice what they have now. But we just, back in the day, there was no social media and there was so many different things. And we would have thought Periscope was the craziest thing ever that would have been existed. Who would ever go watch videos of people? You're so young to be old school. I don't know. I've been fascinated with computers for a long, long time. So, yeah, is anyone on here a graphic designer or anyone have a good graphic designer to recommend? I use Joy from 5jsdesign.com. She's done all of my graphic design for years. She was one of my first hires. I think I hired her in 2008, if I'm remembering correctly, and she is amazing. Yeah, I know. I wish social media wasn't tied to blogging. Sarah Gilcher, Melinda Martin, Perennial Planner. Thanks you guys for putting that out there. Yeah, we need to, Erin, you need to just start a conference there. That's something that you need to do. I didn't think Joy was taking clients. She is not. I don't know for sure. That's a good question. The last I knew, she and her husband were taking some small projects. They won't do any website design or anything like that, but they were taking small projects like ebook design or something like that. But I could be wrong. They could be closed again because their queue closes often. So anyway, your sister-in-law does design. Thank you. Thanks so much for putting that on there. Where to go to see my past scopes. If you go to catch.me/MoneySavingMom, so katch.me/MoneySavingMom, that's where you can see all of my past scopes, or at least the ones that I'm okay with putting out there to the world. I have deleted a few. you need someone who will coach you on how to take your pen and paper designs. I am so impressed with people who take the pen and paper designs to digital. That's way beyond me. Thanks for putting that up there, Keely. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and this was fun. And I think we're going to be talking more about email list next week. But I wanted to just share these resources with you because I was super excited about them and couldn't wait until next week. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing a Q&A scope, an Ask Me Anything scope, because it's Friday. So if you have any questions about anything related to business, social media, real life, whatever, bring them tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to be on time. I'm going to try to hit 7:30 a.m. Central Time tomorrow because I decided today that I need to get back on the ball, but we will see. I don't want to make any big promises because life happens. But anyway, have a great afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow.